Have you ever wondered if you could impact your community in just one small step? This time last year, I did too. And I'm about to tell you the story of how I found out that the answer to this question was an overwhelming yes. In my freshman year sociology class, my professor decided to have a guest speaker in the week before finals week. I was really busy and I had a ton of homework to do, so I really didn't want to go to the class. The last thing I wanted to do was listen to a guest speaker that I'd never heard of talk about a topic that I'd never heard anything about. But my professor told us that she was taking attendance, so I decided that it would be in my best interest to actually go to the class. So I decided to go, and when I went, it actually might have changed my life. The guest speaker was a woman named Bobbi Starr. Bobbi Starr has devoted her life to the fight against domestic minor sex trafficking. This is the commercial and sexual exploitation of kids within the United States border. What she told me shocked me and made me feel so uncomfortable and so guilty that I had never done anything for it that it really may have changed my life. Bobbi Starr told us that the average age of children who are sexually exploited in the United States is between the ages of 9 and 10 years old. And she also told us that Atlanta is the #1 hub for domestic minor sex trafficking. The average cost of a human slave in the United States is $90. I actually bought a hair straightener that was more than $90 just a few weeks ago. My eyes were open and I wanted to help. I wanted to talk to her after class, but I was so shaken up that I couldn't even stay after and talk to her. I left the class feeling so weird. I didn't know what to do. So I talked to my parents, I talked to my friends, I laid awake at night and just had no idea what to do. So one night I was laying in my dorm room and I was thinking about what I could do to help end this. I decided that maybe I could make bracelets. So I went to Walmart and found a bunch of bracelets that were a bunch of beads that were all one color. But then I bought a smaller pack of beads that were a different color. I spent that night making about 50 bracelets in my dorm room. The bracelets consisted of about 10 to 12 beads that were blue, and then one bead that was brown, and then I did them in several different colors like that. The one bead was to represent what one person could do to end domestic minor sex trafficking in the United States. I decided that maybe I could post these on Facebook on my sorority Facebook wall and see if anybody would be interested in buying a bracelet for $5 to help end domestic minor sex trafficking. To my surprise, all of the bracelets were actually sold within the first night of posting, and I even had to make more. So I decided that I would give the bracelets to the girls and they would pay me at chapter the next week, and then I would send the check to Miss Bobbi Starr and feel just a little bit better about doing something to help end domestic minor sex trafficking. So I did this, and I did feel a little bit better. I still felt like there was a little bit more to be done though. But I went on with my life. I got busy with school and with homework and with work and different things like that and didn't really think of it again until my sophomore year when Bobbi Starr messaged me on Facebook and told me that she was coming back to my school for another presentation in another sociology class to speak to another group of kids about this issue. She told me that she wanted me to come and hear what I had done to help improve the end of this practice. I thought this was really weird because I already knew what I had done. I had just made a few bracelets, made a little bit of money, and sent it in to her. But what I found out actually really surprised me. When I got to the classroom, Miss Bobbi pulled up a presentation and showed me pictures of other girls who she had told about this bracelet project who had been making bracelets and selling them. They inspired other girls to make bracelets and sell them, and those girls inspired other girls to make bracelets and sell them. One of these girls actually got on her local news and reached thousands of people. The project had really taken off, and it was all because one step was taken that caused a ripple effect. I'm not telling you this to brag about the success of this project, because it really wasn't on me, but I'm telling you this to inform you of the importance of awareness and that you can make a difference in the end to domestic minor sex trafficking by just telling someone, or telling someone the ways to recognize someone who has been caught up in this practice. In the United States, we're now becoming more aware of this issue, and airlines are training their flight attendants to recognize signs of distress in young female passengers. Store clerks in Atlanta are trained to recognize these signs as well. This is all stemmed from the awareness that we are raising. Everyone's probably heard of the End It movement, where one day a year, everyone draws a little black X on their hand in order to show that they're in it to fight domestic minor sex trafficking. This movement is huge, but what would happen if we all did this all year long? I'm not saying we should all walk around with black X's on our hands all the time, but what I am saying is that if everyone told someone about this issue, we could end it. Maybe make it your point to tell someone every day. Maybe make your own bracelet, so when someone asks you about it, you can tell them that the average age of children in America who are exploited sexually is 9 to 10 years old, or that you can buy a hair straightener for the cost of one person. And that's really all I have to say about the matter, but if everyone told someone, we could end it.